Hi, this is Tom. Today is Thursday, October 11. I've been remiss in my Hurricane Michael updates. This is the first one. Over the past few days, we have been ramping up the SICE Ops Center. Particularly, we've been able to see a tremendous uptick in the state's advance notice of declarations. Multiple states, I'd say at least 5, have contacted us ahead of time telling us they're going to declare. Now, why is that important? It gives us the ability to notify the inbound crews that a declaration for this state is coming. And why does that mean? Because they're going to want to route traffic through that state, if at all possible. The other thing we're seeing is that the states in the Midwest have also been very gracious as far as issuing guidance to close their way stations or go past, telling drivers that they can go past open way stations, which is a no-no usually. So, and we've seen states participate that have never participated with us before in that manner. So we're very, very pleased and appreciative of that. On the communication front, FEMA has opened up their Region 4 and national BEOCs, Business Emergency Operations Centers, have been conducting daily calls, coordinating with that. Also, we're in direct contact with Beverly Byerts and her team down in Florida that are doing the Florida response. They had a call yesterday, which basically they were communicating out to the private sector. I don't know how many people were on that call. It was quite a few. But certainly they talked about the shelter and the feeding and things like that, and they're working with private sector on a kind of a cut, push, and shove program to clear the roads. Not restore power or comms, but just to get the roads clear. They've got a very organized methodology. They're going to set up 5 or 6, I forget what they called them, rails or whatever, basically roadways for access to in and out of that area from the western, in and out of the western panhandle, either from the north or the east or the west. So Florida DOT is very on top of it. They also have a website, floridadisasters.biz, B-I-Z, interesting, Florida, spelled out, disasters.biz, where they're pushing information to. And also the Florida 511 website will have all of the transportation information. And they'll be doing daily update calls at 3. And the FEMA calls will be, FEMA DHS calls are at 4 o'clock. Another big result here from our partnership with U.S. Department of Transportation through Alex Keenan and the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. They pushed out a regional waiver covering 8 states, which were really the impacted or affected states from Hurricane Michael. We got a day's early notice of that, and then we got it really the morning it was cut. Alex sent me a note, hey Tom, here it is. So Alex, if you listen to this, thank you. We pushed that out very quickly. And that basically allows the inbound crews paperwork to move from Michigan, if you will, towards Georgia. So very, very, very helpful. And then along with that, states have issued, the DOTs for many of those states, I think we're involving almost 30 states now for this storm, have issued either supporting or they've issued waivers for their transportation needs, hours of service and way stations, so forth. So all in all this was in place by landfall. So crews were moving Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so they were as best positioned in the electric sector as could be, and I'm sure telecom was no exception. Telecom and electric kind of have the process down. Anyway, today I'm heading down to EEI. We are co-locating the SICE Ops Center with EEI. I was down there yesterday, and I'll go down there today. And today the storm is over Georgia, South Carolina. So I think now the aftermath in Florida is going to be realized, and there'll be a lot of restoration work. I don't have that power outage numbers, but at the end of the day, we've been working very closely with DHS, the National Infrastructure Coordination Center, FEMA, the states of Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, and coordination has really never been better. So we'll provide another update later in the day, but that's it from this morning.